Well, it is possible to do it with SMS. And yeah, basically, I would have also been able to do it via SMS. It's just that I didn't have a service provider that I could use to, do it via SMS, because what you need is two-way SMS. And I think the one of the biggest SMS service providers, Twilio, they do not have good coverage across the African continent. And there's actually been a project that does Bitcoin over SMS. I think it's called Cointext or Cointigo or something else, Cointilio or something like that. And I looked at their stuff and I was like, hey, wait, this looks weird. I looked at their coverage map. Like they were barely in developing markets, they were in America, Europe, and Australia, I think, and in South Africa. South Africa may have been their only developing market in Africa. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Why would you have such a technology but not bring it into markets where it makes the most sense? So yeah, for me, then USSD wins because USSD has a prompt response type interface. So a person doesn't need to know commands or anything like that. They just dial the number and they are prompted for what is possible, and it's much easier for a person to pick up the service in that regard. Yes, with SMS, once a person becomes accustomed to how the service works, then they could easily and quickly send commands using one SMS. But then the learning curve might be steeper than with USSD. So yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, yes, there's two really good reasons. I guess, like you said, one, it's much better suited for the markets like that you're going for, which is the developing countries and markets, because it's better coverage. And then, yeah, two, as you say, kind of like if you use a Telegram bot or any kind of like automated bot on like Slack or Discord, when you write something, it will like come up with your options. And so, yeah, it's way easier. Like you have to remember that you've got to do /send, blah,
Yes.
blah, 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 all this stuff, which you would if you were doing a text. And you get charged for each text as well with a lot of carriers. So you end up having to
Exactly.
get it wrong, do it again, lose another 10 cents or whatever. That makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. Okay.
And yeah, so let me add to your point with saying that, well, USSD, you get charged for time. So you get charged for every 20-second used. So instead of getting charged for each message, you get charged for every 20 seconds used. And yeah, are we still together? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we go.
So I was
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, sorry, we lost you for a second, but you came back and it finished your sentence, so it makes sense to
oh
keep
okay,
watching.
cool. I know proper. Yeah, so basically, yeah, USSD, you just get charged for every 20 seconds you use instead of every message you send. So you can send an unlimited amount of time within that session, man, and you can send an unlimited amount of messages within that 20 seconds.
Yeah, it definitely makes a lot more sense then. Well, it definitely explains that. Better user experience, better for cost, and better for coverage. So clearly the best way to go for your product.